Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, bro?
Hey, it's the What's Up Bro podcast. We talk movies, sports, TV shows, pop culture, and it's funny, with nary signs. I'm like, what? How can this... They have Photoshop. Photoshop exists when this artist rendition was done. How the fuck is this not cooler looking than a sketch that looks like it was done by a hillbilly off the side of the road? What the fuck are we talking? Why is this a thing?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Steph, Mayor Sr.
Yeah, I don't have to look cute for you.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! And Mike Mercadal.
I'm just glad I like vanilla, boring sex like this. I'm glad that the sex I enjoy won't get me killed.
That's how winning is done.
Hey, I'm Dave Chappelle, and this is What's Up, Bro.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the What's Up, Bro podcast, the only podcast on the internet truly asking the question, what's up, bro? My name is Mike Mercadal. With me, as always, is...
Nary Signs.
Nary Signs. And joining us, fam of the pod, with us in the future, like you have now officially, we gotta add you to the intro video, is, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Yeah.
Mike Valdez. I thought you were going to say my name. Sorry.
No. Yeah, everybody says their own name because it removes the pronunciation. I used to do that on my old show in New York because I would have to read names off of a thing and I would always get it wrong. Because when you do like the open mic thing, you like butchering people's names. I would just be like, "With us as always," and then they would have to say their name. Hey, everybody! Thank you for joining us. It is at the time of recording Friday morning, noon. What time is it over there? Wherever you are.
Time is a construct, bro.
Time is a flat circle, and then I smoke like that's my current mood is that meme of Matthew McConaughey in the first season of True Detective. We do have to add Mike to the intro.
Yeah. I gotta be home in order to do that because I do that from the desktop that I have all the bed and the whole thing, the whole editing
That's
thing.
right.
So I don't have that right. So
yeah, we'll figure that out.
Last episode you were on assignment. Where we have Nary Watch. Where are you right now in the middle of the ocean?
I am actually in Coco Cay, which is a private island by the cruise line, but it's the Bahamas essentially.
Yeah,
so it's
we know Nary loves
the
private
same
islands.
place that I was. I was literally I'm in the same place that I was last week, in which the Wi-Fi was too bad for me to join last week, but now it is okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Logic, reasoning. Who cares?
We'll
Whatever.
say okay. Do you have, on average? I was trying to think about this. Like what's the difference between? I don't know if you know this or care, give a shit. But like, how many people, like guests per crew, are there? Like, because it feels like sometimes I've been on cruises where there's like a shit ton of people, like too many people, and then sometimes I feel like there's like the service is like insane, and it's the same cruise line, and it's like the same.
Well,
like
it all depends on the time of the year and yada yada yada, travel and whatever. But I will say, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who's a comic, and it's super unconscious because people, I hear a lot of people complain like, oh, that ship has too many people. And this is literally one of the world's largest cruise ships. It's the second largest cruise ship in the world, and it has over 6,000 passengers. And like, I think 2,800 crew members. But I've heard people complain like, oh, I don't want to go on that ship because there's too many people. Like the crowds of people. But I've heard multiple people say that to me. And the funny thing is, I was having this conversation with a comedian friend of mine. I was like, I don't ever notice the crowds. I never notice. And I just don't notice. And then he said, well, that's because subconsciously you are not in the places where all the people go. So like I have got to the point where mentally, for example, I will go to the gym at 5 or 6 p.m., which is when people start getting ready for dinner. So they're not in the gym.
Right.
But
Yes.
I didn't drop a plan. I didn't consciously be like, and this is when I'll go to. I just started. My body just started being like, well, this is when there's less people here, so to go at this time.
This is
And
workout
so
time.
I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question because I'm not a regular. I am a passenger, but I'm not a regular crew member. I don't know how to answer
Okay,
that.
fine. You're
So
not a regular person there.
I
Yes,
just
you're a
go whenever everybody
superstar.
is.
You're the
Yeah.
star of the show.
No, I'm
We
a
get it.
guest.
The world revolves around
They
Neri.
classify you. They classify you as a guest entertainer. So I am a guest entertainer. So while I am a guest manifest, I am also working. So I'm not part of the crew. It's a weird in between. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess
there you
so.
go. Answer that question.
Let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to find some of the stuff that we want to talk. We want to talk about a few things today. We're gonna do movies that we're afraid to hate on, like we're afraid to admit that we do not like because of the societal repercussions. We're gonna blind rank. In 1986 was 40 years ago, which is offensive. It's offensive how much time has passed. Fuck you, Father Time. I'm glad you're.
There is a longer. It has been longer since 1986 to now than there was from when Marty went back in time to when his
Yes.
parents
Yeah.
met.
Someone said I saw because technically yesterday was the day that 50 years ago or whatever or something like that, like 45 years ago, that of the day that Dazed and Confused takes place. The movie Dazed and Confused takes place like
Okay, yeah.
May, whatever. Everybody's graduating school, whatever. Like 45 years ago. And if they made that movie now, it would be like because it was made in the 90s and it was like 30 years ago. It would be about 1996.
Yeah.
If they made Dazed and Confused now, it would be about
Yeah.
1996. And I'm just like, hey man, fuck you, dude.
Mhm.
What are we talking about?
That's
crazy. But I don't know.
But isn't that
Either-
weird?
and-
But isn't that weird how the movie Dazed and Confused, right? It's a time period piece where you could talk about like the 70s, but it still feels like it's the 70s. You know what I mean? Like it's still like a 70s movie. It doesn't. It's a weird. If you made a movie about 1996, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't feel the same. I know.
There's the
you know-
vibe is totally maybe 96 would be like the latest you could do it. Once you get into the 2000s, nothing feels the same. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's hard because then all of a sudden, you know, the 9/11 of it all suddenly changes how the vibe. The 2000 election, everything just kind of shifts, and then at a certain point,
If you made a
oh,
movie about 96, you got to show like Janko jeans. You got to show like there's got to be something that says that's distinctly 96.
Absolutely. There's a part of it that's also like we remember. It's also hard seeing what people are nostalgic about. We've talked about this before about how I was there. Don't cite the deep magics to me, which I was there when it was written. When someone is nostalgic for like, oh my God, do you remember this? Were you around for this? And in my mind, I'm like, only rich people have that. Like I had this thing where if you grew up in the 80s and you were poor, you just had 70s leftovers. When you grew up in the 90s and you were poor, you just had 80s leftovers. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like, oh, don't you remember this? And I'm like, I remember the spoiled rich neighbor kid had that. I
Bro,
didn't have that.
I really relate to this because a lot of my pictures when I was a kid were of me with an Alf doll, right? And he was like my best friend, right? And I was a very, very cute kid. I was extremely kidnappable. And like I would always have that Alf doll with me everywhere, right? And I was looking back at it recently.
The idea
Alf doll.
That is the weirdest fucking humble brag I've ever heard of my life. I was extremely kidnappable. That's so good.
I was.
That's so good. It's like, what about that's like that Dom Herrero joke when he's talking about that he worked as a kid, he was in one of those, what do they call them? Those Catholic kids that they do help with they help the priest.
Yeah.
Altar Boy.
The altar boy.
Also, yeah, he was an altar boy, but he never got touched. And Don Marrero's joke is like, "What about me, Father? I'm not good enough to touch. I wasn't good enough for you to touch me."
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what I thought of when Mike said I was extremely kidnappable. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Jesus.
I was, dude. Like,
I'm gonna try. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
I,
sure.
no, it's fine. I look at pictures.
I believe you.
I look at pictures of myself
Yeah.
and I objectively say, "Wow, that kid is kidnappable." Like that's what I look like. But yeah, I had this Alf doll, and
I was kidnappable, but it's because I was fat, so I couldn't run fast. So that's why I was kidnappable.
Yeah, fair enough. And so so anyway, all that to say that years go by and I was trying to find this Alf doll and I couldn't find it. So I was like, well, this was around the 90s, mid 90s when I had this. So I went on eBay looking for it, can't find it anywhere. Like, I'm like, where is this doll? And it turns out that this doll, and I asked my mom, because it turns out, for anybody that doesn't know, Alf was off the air years before I was born, and so I asked my mom, I was like, where in the world did you find this? And she's like, in some garage sale or something. And like, that was like my doll.
Yeah.
Like, that was like my thing. And thankfully I was able to track one down on eBay and I have it again, but yeah, like it's like a mid 80s, like late 80s toy. And it was, way, way after I was
had
born,
the Alf lunchbox, bro.
Yeah,
I had an Alf lunchbox.
Yeah, I mean that's
I had an Alf
cool,
lunchbox.
right? That was cool.
Of course.
Yeah. There was an excuse to carry around a lunchbox if you were going to school and you had your lunch in it. There's no reason to be walking around with an Alf doll.
Yeah, that's true.
Or at the very least, it's hard to justify. Oh, this is my lunchbox. I stuff it into the asshole of Alf. That's where I keep my lunch.
To be fair, I was 2, Mike. Like, I wasn't.
No excuses, man.
Yeah.
No excuses. You're on.
No, you got to be
you're
fucking
being judged from the time that you're born. That's how this modern world will eat. It'll eat you. It'll eat you line. But we do have, like, in all fairness, 1986 is. I'm doing my best. So we're going to do a blind ranking of the movies that came out in 1986, which means a blind ranking, of course. We don't know what's coming next. You got to give it a top 10. Are we doing top 10? How many?
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 7.
Okay, so top 7 because we're special. But also we're gonna do trailer reactions like we do. Also, I'm going to pitch. We have to do a Kick Flicks. I think we should do a special episode of WuBro. We'll do a Kick Flicks episode for Mortal Kombat 2 because we didn't talk about it when it came out, but it is dope. And also, I have a lot to say about it, but we'll do it on Kick Flicks, so stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe to whatever platform you're watching us on to check out that episode. And also, what was I going to say? Where are we on Spider Noir? I'll start with Spider Noir. Did anybody watch the Spider-Man, the most memeable actor on earth, Nick Cage, playing a film noir Spider-Man in 1930s New York?
I have not watched it, but I the reason why I haven't watched it is because I'm trying to watch it on a bigger screen than my phone. It's one of those this feels like it's gonna be a visual thing. So I'm like, I want this to be.
You're 100% correct. Okay, if you haven't watched Spider Noir, no spoilers. I won't ruin anything, but I will tell you the black and white version because they offer. So this is a thing. I think they should do more of this.
Sure.
Because I think that they released Spider Noir in black and white and in color, and it's shot in a way that both are good, right? Like both work, but they've said that the black and white is kind of definitive, but they do make reference to color sometimes, but the person has to verbalize the color, right? Because it's crazy. Is there a movie?
Yeah, it's like when you watch. It's like when you watch I Love Lucy, and you go, "Oh my God, look at your red hair." They literally say that, and to us, the audience, we're like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
Okay, we
Saying
just
that,
take it
you've
as
added
like, oh,
texture.
she said it's red. We've added texture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that there are like I Love Lucy, of course, is a perfect example of something that benefited from colorization too, because at a certain point they did go color. But is there a movie that's like modern that could have done black and white as a choice, right? Like Schindler's List, black and white except for the red stuff. Not like that's a very specific choice.
The red stuff.
You know, like it was when they would isolate red in the
Yeah,
The
I
red
know.
stuff.
I know.
The red
It's
It
just
was
funny
just
to call it
one
red
red
stuff.
coat. It was one red coat.
The red
It was
coat. I
one
was trying
red
to
coat,
remember
and it was
what
to signify innocence. But sure, but okay, the red stuff. You know,
The
sure,
red,
I got it.
but there
I
was
got
like the part where you see that the red is the only color that pops. That was all intentional, right? Like that was all the thing. I'm trying to like
Right.
when I remember when Kill Bill came out, they softened the movie by cutting to black and white when Beatrix Kiddo plucks that guy's eye out, and then everything shifts to black and white because otherwise it would be like a huge bloody gore fest. And I think that was done for ratings reasons, not for culture, not for like artistic vision.
It was absolutely done for ratings reasons, and they have since released Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, where it's both movies in one, the way it was meant to be released. I own that movie. There's like and they don't cut to black and white in that part for that reason. I will say I love the fact that what you're describing, Zack Snyder already did, but you're saying it as if this is a new thing, and I think it's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, Zack Snyder did this. The Zack Snyder treatment. Yeah, I get it.
No, of course, but that's a perfect example of like, okay, did he? So what I'll say is this: Spider Noir has shots that work in color or shots that work in black and white that are so much better because of the way they chose. Like you could very clearly see that they lit the scene for black and white to make it look like a film noir movie from the 30s. You know, like the shadows are long and really sharp, real hard light. Yeah. Like you could see that they were doing something with it. I'm just trying to see, like, is it better? Like, is it? There's some movies where it honestly felt better to watch it. It's hard to say if you haven't seen it. But I also say this goes back to the thing that Mary and I will disagree on forever. The release schedule. They dropped all of it on one day.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that they released all of it on one day. I didn't know they were still doing that. I thought streaming services moved away from that, much to my dismay, which is why I haven't even watched The Boys, the latest season of The Boys, because I wait for all of it to come out for me to intake all of it at one time. But I think it just depends on whether or not. Yeah, now is what I'm saying. But I think it all depends. To answer your question, I think it all depends on how the filmmakers wanted. If it's just a regular movie that was shot in regular, however you want to call it, I don't want to say film anymore because they don't do that anymore either. But if you shoot the movie with a certain lighting and then you go, hey, let's put this black and white filter on it, that's not the same thing as what you're describing, which is, hey, these are shots shot clearly, filmed with the idea of black and white in mind. And I think that makes a difference. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like,
oh, what's up?
It's the equivalent of the Instagram girl throwing a sepia filter.
Yeah, no, we got. Speaking of Instagram, Comedy Fitness, Ed Lopez, and Wayward Sons. Jeff, what's up, man? He says there is an online post about alternating certain episodes in black and white and others in color through your watch. Like there's some things benefited from. So like if you watch, it's like the even numbers you watch in color or some shit. Like that's a fair point. But in terms of the release schedule, there specifically in this show, there are episodes. First of all, it's TV, right? So like each episode has an intro and each episode has like a contained story, and there are cliffhangers. What the fuck is the point of a cliffhanger if you're going to drop it all and the next episode starts like, would you like to start? You click a button, automatically there's no cliff.
Well, because there's
no hanging.
Well, no, that's ridiculous to say that because you're automatically assuming that everybody.
I disagree that it's ridiculous to say that.
I think it's ridiculous to say that because you're You're watching. You're talking as if everybody automatically is going to watch all 8-10 episodes right now. That's not the case. And furthermore, there are times where I'm watching a show where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to keep watching the show, and then something happens at the end of that episode that makes me go, okay, you got my attention now. Now I want to keep watching. Because so the cliffhanger isn't for the week. Is it because I have to wait a week? It's because do I want to keep watching this fucking show? And there are shows.
That's binge culture.
I'm
You've been
hard pressed to
trained
find a
to
show.
think that way. There's nothing. That's not how. That's the whole point. Is that
that's not
the
true?
Whole point,
that's not
you're
true.
Trained,
there are
been
shows
manipulated.
that are shows that are
duped.
You've been manipulated your whole life by thinking that it matters that you have to wait a week, that it makes it more valuable that you have to wait a week. You've been trained your whole life for that. You were born into the Matrix, so you don't even know you're in the Matrix.
I'm not in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix. You're all in the Matrix.
I said it first. I said it first.
I said it first. Dibs. You can't triple stamp or double stamp.
Wow, we're all still children, aren't we? I love it.
Forever and always.
We're all just children
think,
trapped
Mike?
in adult costumes. I think we're all just children trapped in adult costumes. That's all. That's all I really want to say.
No, about the thing. This is a podcast. Have opinions.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, all I was just gonna say was like, I don't really have much to say about like whether something comes out all at once or not. Like, it's just like I consume it the way that I consume it. You know what I mean? And like some things I want to binge, and some things I don't, like, because they're just like for example.
Correct.
There's a show that it came out all at once when I first heard of it. It's called Mr. Robot, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that show is extremely heavy. And I literally could only watch.
I could not get through 4 episodes. I got through 3 episodes, and I just stopped watching because I started watching it already when it was like 2 or 3 seasons in, and everybody was raving about it. And I go, let me go check the show out. After 3 episodes, to your point, Valdez, it was so heavy that I was like, I hate everybody on the show. I hate every character.
Yes.
Fuck this show. And I just bounced. I just left. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah, it's extremely it's an extremely heavy show. And like, and you also, to Neri's point, you have to keep telling yourself, even though these people are unlikable, there needs to be a turn at some point. Like, and sure enough, like, you know, things would happen in certain episodes. And granted, when they came out, it was made to be a week by week thing, but I could watch it all in one sitting if I wanted to.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you up. But
go ahead.
Do you feel like you're entitled to for things that only you like to exist?
Oh, no. Of course
right,
not.
so you're allowed to not like the show.
Yeah,
you're allowed to stop watching the show. Like, nothing about this. What I'm talking about it from the perspective of, okay, what I was looking for is this, right? Someone tweeted out, what did you think of the season finale of Spider Noir? They posted that tweet on the day Spider Noir came out. So that means that the finale is out. And then some dude is like, this is why the binge model sucks. What do you mean we're already talking about the finale? Most of us haven't even had a chance to start the series yet.
Yeah.
So there are people who
jump in. So to your point.
Hold on, let me finish my point. I haven't said my point yet. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is the binge model ruins the experience for people because there's a race to get to the end of a show rather than enjoying the process of a show being unfolded for you. So like the intent of the creative vision of the show, what I'm saying is that you can binge watch the show, but you don't get the privilege of having it all at once and ruin that experience for the rest of the people who may want to watch it differently. Because that feels like, hey man,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it whenever you want. You don't have to contribute. You don't have to talk about the finale if you haven't watched the show. Then don't talk about it. Keep fucking scrolling. That post is only for people who saw the finale. Keep fucking scrolling. If you haven't seen the show, if you haven't seen Ben-Hur, and Ben-Hur came out 50 fucking years ago, and you saw a post about Ben-Hur, you wouldn't be like, this motherfucker, bro. Some of us still haven't seen Ben-Hur. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. Keep fucking scrolling. I don't
What I'm-
understand.
but
You're making it
missing
seem
my-
as if that post is forcing people to talk about the finale when I haven't seen the first episode. It's not forcing anybody. It's giving the opportunity to somebody who has seen the finale to talk about the finale. If you
As
haven't seen the
someone who
finale,
is-
then fucking keep scrolling.
But what I'm getting at is that at some point your feed, your algorithm, which I'm pretty sure is like you've admitted. What is your algorithm? You've admitted that it's just like dogs and big asses or some shit. What is it that you said?
It's big. It's 49ers, big asses, and dogs. Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
much it.
At for somebody
pretty
who
much
is
it.
Football and bitches. There we
And
go.
sprinkled in some movie, some movie trivia sprinkled in there, and then you're like, oh
yeah. Did you know? There's a little bit of that. It's like, did you know that in 1986, and then a fat ass, and then a little puppy, and then 49ers,
Yeah.
and then a fat ass. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
a girl playing
Yeah, that's
football
it.
with
That's
a
all.
fat ass.
As somebody who is chronically online, because you share memes with like crazy, you're seeing a lot of content.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you do not come up against the content that could could spoil things for you. Like when you're just as you're scrolling, like how is it that you've avoided the discourse that happens on social media where what this does is that I'm like, it happened. We're watching an old show, my wife and I, right? Wife Watch, 2016. We're watching The Americans, right? The Americans, amazing show, by the way. Highly
love
recommend.
that show. Oh,
So
love that show.
fucking
Yeah.
good. But inarguably, we're late to the party on that one, right? Like
Yeah.
it's okay for things to have been ruined.
Yep.
So we are actively trying not to have anything spoiled for us. But we're also watching that show, Margot Has Money Problems, or whatever, the one with Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Whatever. Also fantastic.
Great show.
Great show. And it's live. The season premiere or the season finale dropped, and we hadn't watched it yet. And my wife was scrolling because she hadn't we hadn't had a chance to sit down and watch it because it's a together show. It's one of those shows. You have to like if someone watches an extra episode, it's worse than cheating on me, kind of thing. And she was like, oh no, I had something spoiled. I saw something that I didn't realize what it was until it cut back to the who like one of the actors, and she's
Sure.
like, oh no. How have you avoided just inherently that sort of thing? Like, what are you doing that I'm not? Like, how are you having a different experience where something can't be ruined
I can
for
tell you one thing. I know for a fact, because we've talked about this before, I know for a fact something you do that I never do, which is go into the comments. I never go into the comments. Even of the stuff that I sent you, even of the post that I sent you, whenever you see, I'm like, what are you talking? Like you and my wife are very similar in the sense of like both of you love to point out that something is AI, even though it's clearly meant for comedy and humor. You're like, this is bullshit. It's AI. I'm like, yeah, it's meant as a fucking. What are you talking about? What? It's meant
It's
for
not that it's
entertainment.
bullshit that it's AI. I just don't like
go,
that people are using AI. I don't like that it's being
I
created.
agree.
I'm like, this is garbage.
Sure.
I don't want to.
Okay. Anyways, and then the other thing you guys do, both of you guys, I'm avoiding that topic. And both the other thing that both of you guys do, that both you and my wife do, is like, oh, look at the comment. Like you guys start quoting comments as if that's what I'm like. What are you? I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, in the comments, I'm like, I don't fucking go into the comments. I never go into the comments of any post. So therefore, I don't. Maybe the algorithm, and this part is conjecture. Maybe the algorithm is like he doesn't like the fucking talking back and forth. He doesn't like the spoiler shit. He doesn't like the. I'm just like, I'll read the post. This is an old WuBro trope. Where 1,000 years ago, when I was Stephanie on the podcast, Stephanie and Xander, the joke was Neri only reads the headlines, and that's all I do is just read the headlines. Fair. I don't go into the story. I don't read the story. I don't click on that shit. I just go for the headline. I'm like, oh, okay. That's,
can we talk about it from a marketing perspective?
I don't.
Do you feel like Binge? Do you feel like? Because here's another thing: The Mandalorian and Grogu came out, and I saw it on Friday, and people are saying that it is basically season 4 of the TV show. That it's just like an extension of the TV show. But when The Mandalorian came out, it was week to week, and it was like right around the time I think Stranger Things, one of the seasons of Stranger, and they dumped all of Stranger. My feed was flooded with Little Baby Yoda, The Mandalorian, all that stuff, memes after memes after memes, and if you look at the chart of like what's being posted about, It's like the Mandalorian is here, and then there's like a big blip for Stranger Things, and then it goes away right away, right? So like, if you release weekly,
you're not comparing apples to apples, because you're literally talking about a cute thing in Baby Yoda, and that's what other memes were about.
Well,
So
also the
literally,
Mandalorian,
as
the
far as
music
marketing is concerned,
I disagree. I'm not talking because it's not that.
The
It's
Mandalorian
basically
is
that
a great show. I'm not disputing the great show. But the constant thing is the fact that it was something cute that, from my algorithm, women who never watched Star Wars were now posting Baby Yoda memes, because it's Baby Yoda. It's something cute. Again, not disputing that the show is great, not saying that it is awesome, but I don't think you're comparing apples to apples.
But do you think it matters?
Gonna have a cute something to keep posting memes.
But what I'm saying is, it's still exposure. It's still exposure. No, I'm talking about to the cultural presence of how good a show is versus like, because what ends up happening,
the unfortunate thing, Mike, the unfortunate thing, especially considering the argument of Stranger Things and Mandalorian, is that the people that run these companies do not care. That's truly what it is.
But they care about money. They care about exposure. They care
No.
about hits.
I know they do, and they always will. But here's the thing: with Stranger Things, they don't care that it's all being dropped in one day, because there's 55 other things that they're going to drop too, and that's their ulterior motive. The motive is keep people here. Period. That's it. And Disney's thing might be keep Star Wars people here. And how do we do that? Week by week, we keep Star Wars people here.
But this is what I understand. I'm not getting my point across. Like, if you what I'm trying to say is it is in the best. Like, if I can schedule YouTube video posts, right? There's no benefit to dumping everything. Yeah, right. If I can do that, they can schedule release. You know what I mean? Like, the barrier for them to do their thing is, so if they release once a week, right? So here's an example of I'm thinking about Spider Noir, but there's a moment where there's a cliffhanger, right? So, and there's a mystery, like it's all about mystery and solving the mystery and all that stuff. So like there's an episode that drops very much like, if you remember Lost, right? Everybody was talking about Lost.
Sure.
Because everyone was like, what is it, man? The conversation that occurs builds curiosity, builds interest, so other people will then see it and be like, hey, what's this thing going on? I guarantee you, those women that had never watched Star Wars, which is not, I don't agree with that statement. I'm saying I
didn't say women. I said the women I know. I said women that I know had never seen Star Wars.
So the women,
I didn't say people who had not. I said women that I know had never seen Star Wars.
Good clarification. Thank you. I'm saying in general, people who had not watched any Star Wars thing would be more interested in watching that thing, which is new eyeballs, new subscriptions, new whatever, new money coming in, new hits for the weekly release, because there was a constant conversation happening. Lost also, I'm sure, got a ton of people that were like, what are we talking about? At the water cooler, I'll catch the next episode. Or what season? And then when they were used to release the DVDs on the seasons on DVD, people would go back and watch. Oh yeah, let me go watch that. So with the cliffhanger, or the whole point of a cliffhanger is, remember in the season finale of The Simpsons when Mr. Burns gets shot? That shit was everywhere.
Yeah, who shot Mr. Burns?
The numbers were huge. So what I'm saying is that I don't understand the binge model. Jeff, commenting on Instagram, binge culture has taken away from people's ability to talk and exchange theories week to week. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was part of the fun going down the rabbit hole, especially, and I'm adding this part, especially in fandom circles, right? Like, comic book people love to be like, what's next? Because comic books were always a serialized medium. They always kind of came out.
Sure. I mean, ultimately, we're arguing to a bigger point, which is that social media is making us feel like we're getting closer, but we're only getting further and further apart as people. And that's truly all it is. Like, it's truly, It's truly
Yeah.
just that we're not talking to each other anymore, and that's what it is. And it's not because of TV, it's because of everything. Like, it's just because everything sucks. Like, it's, but yeah, like, that's why, I mean, a common joke that Neri and I talk about all the time is just like that every show on Apple TV sounds like you're describing a dream to somebody, because they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
like, like it's a show with Adam Scott, and he's at work, but he's not really at work. And they're like, sure, man, like, whatever.
There's a
And they don't
show
know
about
what
the
you're talking
apocalypse
about.
and everybody's blind. Everybody's blind.
Yeah.
How do they know when food goes bad? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
You know, like,
exactly. Yeah. And it's like, and this is phenomenal TV. Like,
there's a big
phenomenal
silo.
TV.
There's a big silo, and it's in the it's a big silo. It's in the earth, and then but the earth was destroyed, but we don't know if it was destroyed. But it is destroyed. But then they're trying to get out of this. But if you go out of the silo, you die. But do you die? Who knows? And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's a show about the landing on the moon. But what if it was the Russians that did it first? Like, that's literally.
There's
like,
a girl
what?
that's there's a girl that's pregnant, but she can't afford the baby, so she starts an OnlyFans. Like, what? Like,
what? Yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. I mean,
are
in
you
all fairness,
are you doing peyote? What's happening, man? What are we doing?
No,
in all fairness, that show's great. Nick Offerman is fantastic. Every character is
those
fully
wrestling
fleshed out.
scenes are ridiculous. They're so cool.
The writing on that show is actually very good, because every character, like you were talking about Mr. Robot, where you're like, everybody's the worst and you hate people. There's if you hate the character because of how they act in the story, that's good writing. But if you hate the character because this fucking stupid, that's bad writing, right?
Yeah.
So this character, like, every character has like fully fleshed out, ideas, and everyone you hate, you're supposed to hate. Everyone you feel weird about, everybody, the writing's very good. So everyone, that show is great. Margot has money problems, or whatever it's called. Michelle Pfeiffer's in it, kicking ass. Nick Offerman's good. Anyway,
created by a Simpsons writer, actually, which is phenomenal. Yeah.
Very
Fran
good.
Gillespie, I think. Yeah.
But speaking of things that I'm afraid to admit that I hate, because I will be chastised by Neri on the podcast, that I hate binge watching. What are these movies that we are?
You're the
afraid
only, by the way,
to
you're
hate?
the only one that keeps bringing this up. You're the only one that keeps bringing this argument up.
Because I'm so mad about it. I hate it.
I mean, I don't understand. By the way, just to give a button on it, just to give an example of it, I am now. I started like 5 months ago watching Mobland, right? Because I heard it was great.
Oh, yeah.
So I started watching Mobland. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and then life got in the way, right?
Sure.
I had the opportunity to watch the entire season because it already had been out, but life got in the way and I stopped watching. And then the other day, the drama comes out last week about Tom Hardy being fired from season 3, that he won't be in season 3, right? And then there's like all these conspiracy theories. Is it because of his political alignment? Is it because Helen Mirren hates him, and Helen Mirren hates him because she's an Israeli, and then Tom Hardy signed the whole "I don't want kids dying in Gaza" thing. And there's all this political. Is this what's happening? Whatever. Then yesterday, the producers put out this other thing about like Tom Hardy was never fired. We're working really hard to get him back for season 3 creatively. He was never fired. Like they're posting like very like, he's not fired. He's not fired. He's not fired.
Yeah.
And then Helen Mirren posts on her story, "We love you, Tom." Post a picture of Tom Hardy. Like it's all this whole thing. I go back to watching the show not because of the drama, but I was like, oh, I had forgotten that I had started watching that show, and the fucking chisme, the tea reminded me that I started watching that show. I was watching the episode. Yeah, the tea reminded me that the show existed. I was like, oh, I forgot this. I forgot that I had been watching this. Yeah. Then I start watching the episode that I left off on, and I remember as I pressed play, I thought to myself, Neri, what's the fucking point of watching this if you know Tom Hardy's not coming back? Are you going to continue to watch this? Right now, hold on. So now I'm watching this episode 5 or something, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm watching this episode that I had left off with only 15 minutes left. Apparently, I was just falling asleep. I was like, oh, I gotta find, and just stop playing. 4 months ago. Now I press play.
What's happening?
Well, yeah, what happened? So now I press play on this episode that's 30 minutes into a 45-minute episode. I press play, And moment I press play, like, worth me watching this. Should I even watch this, knowing that Tom Hardy got fired for season 3? Am I going to continue watching this show? Then 10 minutes later, the episode ends on a fucking cliffhanger. I go, oh, goddamn right, I'm coming right back. Here we go. That's why you do it, to get the attention of somebody who's like, oh yes, I want to continue watching this show. This is the way every episode. What I think you're talking about specifically with the cliffhanger part, not to say anything, but the cliffhanger part, what I think you're talking about is the season ending cliffhanger. That's what makes a difference. That's what got people talking about who shot Mr. Burns, who shot JR. That the season ending cliffhanger, when you have months of having to wait, like now that build up, that's the palpable build up.
No.
The week to week.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
The week to week build up.
The week to week is
no,
the
that's what you're
continuing
describing.
conversation.
The week to week build up is bullshit. It's a mierda. The week to week build up is mierda, bro. The fuck.
In your opinion, I'm
you
talking
want,
about the fact that Mandalorian is big because
I'm talking about your opinion. You're talking about your opinion too, fucker. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion about your opinion. And I'm saying I think that's what you're. My opinion. I say I think what's important is the season ending. I think that's the most important. That my opinion is the most important cliffhanger is a season ending cliffhanger.
I understand that that works for you. What I'm saying is that takes away your version takes away my version, but my version doesn't take away your version. You know what I'm saying? Like your version
you don't even have a job anymore. There's no water cooler for you. What are we talking about here?
Hey man, how about you go fuck yourself? The idea. Oh man, I want to fight back, but I would be too mean right now. I would be so mean.
I was about to say, Mike, I was about to say, hey, to the listener, we're just joking. Like this, like that came off really mean. That came off like really like, fuck you. I was like, wow, that came off really. I was like, wow.
If you were not my friend, I would have been like, well,
I would never have said that. If you were not my friend, I would never have said that.
Not to my face.
If you were my friend, I would have never said that. Why would I say that to, like, that's like, it's that line. It's not Michael Scott line. Like, I don't call gay people gay. That's just gay. Like, that's gay.
Yeah.
I want to say the reason I guess that's the crux of it. Your binge model removed the scheduled TV watching conversation. It removed this kind of like cultural idea that of the water cooler or whatever. And also, fuck you. You don't know what I do in my days. I got tons of water coolers. I got multiple coolers. Coolers. But the idea of
I haven't seen a water cooler. I don't remember the last time I saw a water cooler. Jesus Christ.
There's the idea that you have that your version, because that's basically the point. The option is taken away from people to have the version of the weekly release. The binge version is you'll just wait until it's over. But you could ruin my experience while I couldn't ruin yours, right? Like that.
I get what you're saying. Theoretically speaking, I could.
It takes my version is impossible with your version.
I don't think that's accurate either. I think what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying is the possibility of me ruining it for you is there. There's a possibility.
No. Not
I get that.
Spoilers. I'm talking about
general
the experience. I'm talking about the cultural experience of watching a show as a community, as a group, where you get to have the break. Everybody is kind of more on the same schedule, which gives like that is genuinely like must-see TV, appointment watch television was a kind of a cultural touchstone. So going back to where even like the Star Wars, the Mandalorian, right? It was released week to week. I was that option, because I don't like that option, it was taken away from me. I don't want to have that. I'm not having that conversation with people on a week-to-week basis. That community you're talking about, I wasn't doing because I wasn't watching that show week to week. And in fact, it goes the other way around, where I'm constantly that guy that goes, hey, did you guys watch this thing? And it's like, yeah, like 5 years ago. Like, well, I just saw it now, so I want to talk about it right now. Like that Jim Gaffigan bit, like that's where I'm constantly coming at people, like where I just saw that TV show that came out 2 years ago. Let's watch it now.
let's talk about it now. Like, I'm that dude. So I get what you're saying. Theoretically speaking, I could ruin the community for you, but you could also find people who are on your same plan of like, I'm not gonna binge watch it every single day. You don't have to binge watch the whole thing. You don't have to.
But I'm not talking. Okay, I think the disconnect is that you want to be right. I think the disconnect is that I'm not talking about me as an individual. I'm talking like you can't go from general to specific and still keep the point. I'm making a generalization. You specifically are talking about your experience and my experience. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in general, the conversation for a show is stretched out longer than if it were released at, like when I was talking. I'm just talking about in general. The conversation continues much longer week to week. And you could watch week to week or you could not. The option is there. You could watch, if you want to be a part of the conversation, you don't want to be late to the party, you could watch as it comes out. And it's even easier now because it's on demand. Like you can catch up or you can do whatever. But the point being is that I think it's just again, the question is rhetorical because none of us here run Amazon Prime. None of video, like we don't know why the choices they're making their choices. In my opinion, there's so much memeable Nick Cage shit happening in Spider-Man Noir. He is Nick Cage to his peak Nick Cage, like being like he knows he's Nick Cage playing a character of Spider-Man. Like he knows all about it. He's a comic book guy, and it's so good. And Lamar Morris is gunning for another Emmy. It's so fun.
In meme battles, who would you rank? Would you think that because you said Nick Cage is the most memeable actor, but I would say Leonardo DiCaprio has had a lot of fucking memes, man.
He has. You know what? We'll never know because they released it all in one day. They could have had weeks worth of memes happening. I'm just upset about the meme loss.
But memes happen. Yeah, memes happen all the time. After the movie comes out, after the show comes out, memes happen all the time.
Yeah, dude, I'm still getting SpongeBob.
Memes are not weak.
If it holds, but give something. Well, that's because also SpongeBob was on every week for years. The whole point is that
but nobody was making memes in 2002, Mike. Like, what are you talking about?
It was part of the culture. There's a reason people are nostalgic for the 90s, and it's because of appointment television. It's because we used to have to watch it at the same time. There's a reason we all know TGIF and Steve Urkel. There's a reason. I'm just saying we're not giving these shows
we did not have the option. Because we did not have the option to watch anything else. Like that was your option. You're watching TGI
gluttonous
Fridays,
with your options. You're soft
I like
and weak with your options.
I like options.
Grown spoiled and fat with your options.
Did you like all the TGI Friday shows? Was there a show that you were like, I don't really care about this show, but everybody else likes it, so I gotta watch it?
I honestly can't remember because again, you only remember the ones that you enjoy. Who knows? There's probably a million of those.
No, I remember. Last. I definitely remember the ones I didn't enjoy.
I do remember that
which was
Hogan's
Mike,
Family to
Valdez,
Step by
Step. Which one did you enjoy?
So,
there was Step by Step was fucking awesome, dude. I love Step by
Step. But I remember when they switched because it wasn't Step by Step at first. It was Hogan's Family or whatever it was called.
So the ones that everybody remembers are all good. The ones that I didn't like were the ones that nobody remembers, which is like You Wish or Teen Angel. Or there was another
what the fuck is Teen Angel?
Teen Angel
that's the whole point.
This is the point. This is my conversation. Yeah, this is
Yeah, Teen Angel was a show that was created by Michael Jacobs, who created Boy Meets World. It was right after Boy Meets World, and the whole thing was that it was a freaking angel that comes down and he's a teenager, and that's the whole thing. Like it's just a 3-camera sitcom about a family that adopts an angel, and he's a teenager, so he's going through it.
We talked about it last week, Mary.
Do they know he's an angel? Wait. Do they know?
They do.
Do they know he's an angel?
They do. Yeah. It's not
does he have angel
powers?
Does he have angel powers?
He sure does. Yeah. He sure does.
It's a magical thing. But every show in the 90s was like that, though. So everything from the 80s and 90s, it was like, here's a perfectly ordinary family, but they have a Sasquatch Bigfoot living with them, and it's Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, Harry
This
and the
is
Hendersons,
it's a perfectly normal family. Oh, this one. This is the one that I wanted to talk about. This show. It wasn't TGIF, but Out of This World. It's a perfectly normal family until she discovers her dad is actually an alien, and it gives her alien magical power. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Where she can
it's
stop
like-
the time. She
yeah,
can
she
stop time.
could do shit. Or whatever, you know, that's how she did things.
She could freeze.
And-
She could freeze. Yeah, she could freeze time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was always that, like, there's a bit of magic in all of us, you know, kind of vibe of every sitcom.
There was
at a certain point, Steve Urkel invents a fully humanoid robot and changes his DNA in a pod like the Fly. Like, yeah, we get it. Come on, man. You know,
It's the fun.
magic.
The 90s. The 90s was a time where a creator would see Roseanne and go, I like this, but what about this with dinosaurs? And that's essentially what dinosaurs was. Even
it's the
down
Key and Peele sketch of like the Gremlins 2.
Not the
It's
baby.
Key and Peele.
Not the
It's
baby.
in the movie.
Yeah, no, not the mama.
Not the mama.
No, not the mama.
That's what we call. There's
Not the
mama,
mama.
and then the father was not the mama.
Yeah.
But that's that sketch
Right.
of the Key and Peele where Gremlins 2 is like, what if he was electric? It's like, it's in the movie. Guess what? It's in the. He's a spider. It's like like everything was like that. Like, let's make it happen. Speaking of, we gotta get on track here.
You just thought of two words. You just thought of two words and you put them together. I like it. I like it.
A lady gremlin. Yeah, it's in the movie. Let's do our blind rankings, Neri. We're gonna be doing 1 through 7 of blind rankings of movies from 1986. Let me get my notepad out.
All right. So blind rankings. Here we go. I'm gonna give you a movie. You're gonna rate it between 1 and 7, and you're gonna tell me where you would put that movie. You don't know which movie's coming next, so therefore it's gonna be difficult for you to say that it was a good choice. All right. So let's start off with Short Circuit. Steve Gutenberg.
So how many? There's 7, right?
There's 7. So Steve Gutenberg comes out post his police academy career, and or I think in the midst of his, anyways. And then there's a guy who does Indian face.
Yes.
And
Fisher Stevens
and
straight up brown facing in the whole movie.
Brown face in the whole movie. Something that I did not learn until 2022. By the way,
You didn't know
that
that he was a.
I did not know that until Aziz Ansari's talked about that in his show, Master of None, and that was like in 2020. Like that's when I learned about that. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What?
Like, yeah, it was crazy. So Short Circuit.
I'm
Where would
putting
you
it
rate
at
that?
I'm putting it at number 5, Valdez. It's low on my list.
I'm putting it at 7 because I've never seen it.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
It's a good watch. I like
It's a
Short
great
Circuit
movie,
2
dude.
better. I like Short Circuit.
Yeah, you guys
2
are making it real good with the whole brown face thing and everything.
Yeah, it's hard to be like
No,
number
but
one.
it's
number one
yeah.
because of the brown face.
I think it's I gonna say because of it, you have to give credit where credit's due. Like this motherfucker, his acting was so good that I never noticed. What the fuck? What does that
To
say?
be fair,
There's like a
to
whole
be fair,
generation of people who never knew that.
Yeah, I think the thing that is synonymous with that movie is that there are a lot of people that did not and still do not know that it was brownface.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably true.
Okay, so Short Circuit. All right, putting that down. Number 5 for Mercadal. All right, we are gonna go next with Platoon.
I'm gonna go 6. Well, we'll do Snake. So Valdez, you go first.
I'll go
I
6.
said Snake. Yeah,
I'll go 6.
I have not seen Platoon in long enough where I don't remember Platoon, and I probably saw it when I was too young to fully understand the themes of Platoon.
Too.
That's why I haven't gone back to it. I imagine it's great, right? Is that Platoon is Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen one.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen.
Martin Sheen is Deer Hunter, right?
No, Charlie Sheen.
Martin
Charlie Sheen
is
Platoon.
Apocalypse Now. Martin Sheen is
Now.
No. Yeah, that's it. All right. Next one. Big Trouble in Little China.
Ooh, Mike, you first.
Wait, where did you put it at 6? You said?
Yeah,
you said, you put it at 6?
Platoon? Yeah.
Yeah, we both put it at 6.
Okay. Okay.
Big Trouble in Little China. I'll go 4.
Same, honestly. Like,
Okay.
I know that because here's the thing: I know other movies that have come out in 1986, and I'm like that are higher on the list for me, and that's why I'm leaving.
But
space,
you don't know if they're going to be
right?
on. But you
I
but
don't.
you don't know if
I
they're
don't.
going to be on my list.
It's a gamble.
You
It's a
don't know.
gamble. I just have to go with my heart.
All right. Karate Kid 2.
Oh, Karate Kid 2, number 2. Karate Kid 2 is one of my. It's my favorite of the Karate Kids because it goes it goes to Japan. You know, like that's maybe where the love of Japan started for me. Where it was like I was curious about because like Karate Kid, I don't remember being the. Oh, I will say this: it's important to note, like talking about binge watching and like appointment television. The only thing I had to watch that wasn't on TV were VHS tapes that were recorded. So I had one and you would put like 3 movies on a tape, like a 6-hour tape.
Sure,
remember that?
Yeah.
And the quality sucked, and you watch it a million times.
Movie-orama. Neri's Movie-orama was a series that I had, and it was all VHS tapes that I recorded, like 3 or 4 movies in each one. And there was Neri's Movie-orama 2, Neri's Movie-orama 3. Most of these were Van Damme movies. But you get what I'm saying.
Mixtapes, man. Those were the best. It's like a Boner Jams 2003 or whatever the from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
It's like it was like having your own curated kind of experience, and whatever random VHS tape that your family had, like that became part of your personality. And I had a tape that had Karate Kid 2. No, I'm sorry. The order was Teen Wolf, Karate Kid 2, and The Fly. And I remember after Karate Kid 2 would end, The Fly would start, and I would be scared, and I'd be like, no, and I'd rewind it. So the movies all look like up until The Fly, and then The Fly was pristine. Nobody ever, and then so like I would just constantly watch Teen Wolf. That was my double feature: Teen Wolf, Karate Kid 2.
Yeah.
It's a double feature. Valdez, what do you rate Karate Kid 2?
I'm putting it at a 5, and I think the reason why is because so far a lot of this is because of age. Like I think like I was born in 87, so like because of that, these movies I would have to seek on my own to be able to watch.
Right.
And
Sure.
And if it wasn't something that was constantly played on TBS or I didn't go out to a Blockbuster to try to watch it on my own, I didn't see them. So.
Next movie, Stand By Me.
Oh, that's such a good one.
I'm about to do a True Romance. I was gonna True Romance this, but I've not seen Stand By Me.
Oh
wow. Okay.
I was gonna. Okay. So Valdez, this is a
True Romance.
This is such a throwback. This is a classic WuBro thing. I'll explain. So at one point early on in the podcast, Neri and I were talking about movies. And we were I can't remember if it was like a Tarantino thing or just like movies like in general. And then we were talking about True Romance. Now, I know True Romance because I worked at Blockbuster and everybody loved True Romance. Movie bros really loved True Romance. So I knew of it. And I was pretending I had seen it. And then at some point in the conversation, Neri was talking about it. And we both realized neither one of us had seen it, but we were film broing in a way that you couldn't admit that you hadn't seen it because it was such an iconic movie. And we're like, nah, fuck it, man, I haven't seen it. Well, I'm not going to try and True Romance this thing. We realized that it happened. Then later on, we were talking about another movie, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to True Romance this. I have not seen it. I don't know that what you're talking about. And that's become our version of a classic movie that you've never seen.
Yeah.
Right. And in this particular case,
but because of pop culture and autistic people on the internet, you've seen enough of it to where you feel like you've seen it.
I've seen it in clips and TikTok reel. You know, like I've watched Moneyball 600 times in like 15-second increments. Or like in the little scenes on YouTube where they're like,
oh my God.
It's
so
like
I saw so many. I watched so many clips the other day. By so many, I mean like 3 clips. Like 2 weeks ago, I watched like 3 clips. Just like within a short time span of Moneyball, that I said, fuck this, man. And I just put on the whole movie. I just rewatched the whole movie just because I was like, I got fucking tired of watching these clips. And some of these clips, 2 of the clips were movie clips, and then a 3rd clip was an interview with Chris Pratt about the movie. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking watch
I'm just
the
gonna
movie.
watch it.
I just rewatched Moneyball. Yeah, like that.
I literally
algorithm beat me into rewatching a movie. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll watch it, bro. Shit, Jesus.
This is why the weekly release schedule works. The algorithm. No, my movie with that was Kevin Costner, where it makes you root for the front office of an NFL team. Draft Day.
Draft Day, yeah.
Draft Day.
Yeah.
I want all my picks back or whatever. That whole scene and I was like, shit, I gotta watch. And then I literally stopped the video. I went searching for Draft Day, and I fucking watched it. But yeah, so I'm gonna Stand By Me 7 for me.
Valdez.
I have to.
So funny enough, it's hilarious how we were talking about this whole thing. And I remember right when Stand By Me was said, I was like, great movie. Haven't seen it. So so I've seen parts of it. I've seen parts of it.
What's your list now? Because what are your open?
As of right now, the only
he has
movie
1, 2, and 3 left.
As of right now, the only movie I have actually seen is Trouble in Little China.
You've never seen Karate Kid 2?
You haven't seen?
Nope.
Oh, buddy.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be 3 for me.
You go with 3.
It's gonna be 3. Yeah.
Okay. Stand by me. All right.
I'm just hoping that you're gonna say Back to the Future 2 at some point.
Technically, no.
3 Amigos.
Ooh,
okay, here's one I've actually seen.
Oh no.
Yeah. I love 3 Amigos.
No. Interesting.
This is going to be a gamble because am I going to have to pick, like, will I give 3 Amigos number 1, or do I have to take the gamble of like number 1 being like European Vacation or something?
Yeah, literally my exact thought.
Yeah.
What spot? So you have 2 left? You have 1, 2.
Yeah, I have 2 left. I literally have 1 and 2.
1 and 3.
He has 1 and 2. You have 1 and 3.
Yeah.
My number one's open
I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna go with 2 for 3 Amigos.
Wow.
I think I have to do the same thing. Number 3.
That was a wow. That means that number 1 is going to be equal to a movie that doesn't matter.
Absolutely, and this means that both of us have the same number 1. Whatever this is,
it's going to be.
What's it going to be?
High Noon at Ninja Mountain.
I think I know what it is.
So you should know what it is because it's really the quintessential 1986 movie. But both of your number 1s is Top Gun.
Hell yes! Oh, I did it.
Okay,
yeah, I knew it. And I did not research this. I just know, Neri, our love for Top Gun goes deep. It is just deep, like the stench of sweaty volleyball player, man. It is. Yeah. Deep.
It was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago this year that Mercadal and I went and rewatched Top Gun in theaters for the 30-year anniversary. We watched that shit in theaters, and it was literally 12 dudes sitting in that theater watching this fucking movie.
Yeah,
it was
just shirtless, sweating.
That might have been the gayest experience I've ever had. It's 100%. Just watching Top Gun, the volleyball scene specifically, with only 12 dudes in an entire theater. It wasn't even a small theater. It was fucking huge. It was Sunset Place, and I was like, there are only dudes here.
It was a big deal.
We are
the only ones, and to be fair,
it was
we were the only ones in there with
guys.
our dicks out. That's to be fair.
Dude, there is nothing more free than doing the gayest shit, like something like that. Like, it is just so freeing to do that.
I think it's awesome.
Also,
yes, it's just so free.
I know I don't have to. I know I don't have to, but I'm giving that clarification of like I meant gay and like homosexual, not like lame. I meant like it was really homosexual. Like I felt
so do I.
Sweaty, and we're watching around, and I'm like, this is awesome. This is awesome.
And none of you have to apologize to each other about what it is that you like about this movie. Like,
we love everything about this movie.
Like,
none of it matters.
Yeah, everything. Like it's just like yeah, there's nothing more freeing than that. Yeah, it's
No, but
awesome.
it was number one, Top Gun with a bullet. I because 19 that's my I rarely know the years of movies other than like the ones that are like when I don't know if you ever watch Letterboxd, the if you follow them, they go and they ask people what's your 4 favorite movies, and people freak out, and I'm like, no, I would know which movies I would want to see because those are the only movies, those are my top 4, I mean, because I know the year. And Top Gun 1986, Jurassic Park 1992, like those are the ones that matter, Last Crusade 1993,
Braveheart 95,
Braveheart
95, sure. Gladiator 2000. Like I literally have these in my head. Like those dates.
Sometimes,
fucking, I mean, I also have the poster in my house, so I have that always staring at me in the face. So.
Dude, I treat that Letterboxd interview like someone's gonna run up to me with a gun on my head, and I'm just like, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Home Alone 2, like.
Yeah. Like, do we have? This is Mount Geekmore shit, man. We got to bring these shows back because the segment, or at the very least, a segment, something on the show, because it is fun to think about because all it does is fuel your memory of the era. Like if you go back and listen to, I did a podcast with a friend of mine, Mike Contextualizes the Universe, about it was Endgame up through Endgame. We watched all of the MCU with a friend of mine who, for some reason, never watched the movies when they came out. And we just watched it, and a big chunk of the show was remembering who we were at the time that these movies came out. Like, to give it context, what movies were also out at around the same time, or what year, like when in 2008 when Iron Man came out. Here's the other movies it was up against. Where were you in 2008? And I was working in this place and doing it. And then that's when so like doing these kind of rankings remind me that like of who I was when these movies came out. Because that's basically what matters, like how you relate to the movie. Because someone was like, I watched Top Gun, and they're like, I hate that movie. And you're like, what? That's crazy. And meanwhile, in the backstory, you're like, oh, my dad died in a Navy aircraft accident, and the goose scenes affected, like, you never know. But we know where we were at those times.
I had that Valdez and I had that conversation about Pete's Dragon. Earlier this week, which is another live action Disney movie that I forgot to mention weeks ago when we talked about live action movies, and that's another great live action Disney movie.
That is a good one.
But Valdez and I have that connection where he was like, my dog died. Jesus Christ.
That movie got me and my dad right at the right time. Like it was like right when my childhood dog had died. And that and you know how it is, like you guys are married, but like when you guys have like been in a breakup or like you lose a dog, like you just start seeing them everywhere. And like I looked at that dragon and I saw my dog, dude. Like it was just so like it was heartbreaking. Like just like, and it was also like those like common like, get out of here, we don't want you anymore type of like scenes where it was just like, oh my God, like just awful.
I was dating. I don't mean to diminish.
They're not
going to
be around forever, asshole.
Yeah. I don't want to diminish the emotionality of what you're talking about, but I did date a girl who had a Nissan Xterra, and then when we broke up, every time I passed by, and it was like for a while there, like a ton of Xterras were just like that gray, like the grayish blue or whatever. And and I was driving, and every time I would drive, I'd see when I'd be like, oh no, and I'd be like, and you just start seeing like when I bought my pickup truck, you just start seeing them everywhere. Like, oh hey, another one, hey, another one, and it's like it's because your brain is locked in on certain things. So I imagine like a
smell, a perfume, like you just. You're like, why does everybody wear Ralph Lauren, summer or whatever?
Like, my mom hated the show ER because when her mom was sick, it was right around that same time. And then so she's just like, it's too close to home. Meanwhile, everyone's like, this is the best show on television. Right. And she's like, I can't, because it's like something, it connects to your own personal experience. With that said, Top Gun also reminded me of my dad because my dad was in the Coast Guard with the helicopters and all of the military and all that stuff. So maybe that was one of the reasons why I loved it. Also, it's fucking fighter jets and stuff. When you're a kid, that's in the 80s when everybody was like, hey, America, like we're the good guys. Little did we know. But
Hey, can you ask your dad? Can you ask your dad if what he felt about the movie The Guardian, about the Coast Guard?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let me find out. Let me ask.
It's a Kevin Costner movie. Because I'm interested in knowing how. Because that movie, at least to an audience member, I've never been in the military, but to an audience member, looks like that's pretty authentic. That looks like real. That looks like how it's really done. And I'm wondering, I just questioning how.
That's the diver
how close,
training
how far that is.
program. Yeah, he was a flight mechanic and avionics electrician. So I don't know if it's the same training, but it's like they're Navy SEALs.
Sure.
So it's the. Let me just. Do you want me to ask him right now, like on the show?
Well, he's got to have. Well, no. I'm just in general. I mean, if you want to ask him now, it's fine. But I wonder if I wonder if your dad knows those guys who did that training. So like, would you know what I mean? Like, even if I wonder if your dad would be like, well, from what I hear, the guys, my friends, all say that movie's bullshit, or my friends all think,
well, it happens to me with medical stuff all the time. Like when you watch comedian things, everybody, like when you are inside,
it's never accurate. It's never accurate.
It's never accurate enough. Some people, like even The Pit, that I'll say is the most accurate medical show. Like it is literally doctors running the show. There's aspects of it where I'm like, yeah, also, it's the social dynamics of it. It's right. the medical stuff may be perfect, but
I have a friend who works. I have a friend who's been in hospitality his whole life. He's been in restaurants his whole life, and he hates The Bear for that reason. He was like, it's not that dramatic. It's not. Yeah, it's not that. He's like.
No pa tanto, niño. Like no pa tanto.
Sandwich,
like,
right? We need to. Yeah, we need the sandwich right away. He's like, you're fine. You're fine. You could take the extra 30 seconds to make the sandwich. It's fine.
I would love to. I don't know. Did they cut him into the movie Waiting? Somebody like did because I would love to see him in a real scenario. Maybe it was just like a duet where they put the clips in and the guy's like, "Easy, buddy, easy." Yeah, is your first day? Like. Like somebody was talking, and like all the cooks in the back are just high and drunk, like, easy, man, chill, dude, we'll get it, like that kind of thing. But I don't watch The Bear because it's like if I'm gonna be stressed out about something, like I'm watching TV to kind of chill and escape and have a good story. I'm not here for the emotional stress of this. Like, I don't care about this guy. Like I don't want that stress inflicted on me.
I've only seen that show in clips, but what really bothers me about the clips that I've seen, I don't want to say what really bothers me, is that for some reason this show is classified as a comedy when it comes to award season. I'm like, this. Oh yeah. From the clips that I've seen, I have yet to see a funny clip. I have yet to see. I've seen a lot of clips from The Bear. They're just clips. They're out of context. I get it, but not one of them is fucking funny. And I'm like, why is this a comedy? Why is it classified as a comedy?
Let's go over before we dismount. Let's go over the final rankings of 1986 movies. Do you have Valdez? Right. What's your?
So Valdez has from going from 1 to 7. Valdez has Top Gun, Three Amigos, Stand By Me, Big Trouble in Little China, Karate Kid 2, Platoon, and Short Circuit.
I have Top Gun number 1, Karate Kid 2. Right. So number 1, Top Gun. Number 2, Karate Kid 2. Number 3, Three Amigos, which, that fits. Oh, yeah. Okay. Number 1, Top Gun. Number 2, Karate Kid 2. Number 3, Three Amigos. Number 4, Big Trouble in Little China. 5, Short Circuit. Johnny 5. I just made that connection. Platoon, number 6. And number 7, Stand By Me. Unfortunately, just a DNF.
You just made the connection now?
I just did. I didn't realize I did. I just picked it based on where it is in the list, but I'm like Johnny 5 alive, and I put it at number 5.
I literally said, "Oh, you got a 5, yeah, Johnny 5." Yeah.
I didn't hear, And then the Three Amigos is in 3, and the Karate Kid 2 is in 2. I mean, come on, this is meant to be. I'm okay with my ranking.
And Top Gun is at the top of the list. Top Gun is at the top of the list.
Top Gun at the top. You're going to Miramar. So, you'll be lucky to fly a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong.
By the way, Merc, this is killing me. I need to tell you because my autism won't let me live it down. Because of whatever it is that you're wearing, you look exactly like Kevin James in the movie Becky. Have you seen that movie?
Kevin James in the movie Becky.
Look at that. Look at
Oh, that's
look
a
at
good one. Yeah,
look
yeah.
at look at a picture of
Yeah,
him and
yeah,
just
yeah.
tell me that I'm wrong, because
No,
it's
he's
like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's a compliment, by the way. Like
yeah.
I think Kevin James is a handsome fella. I'm
it's
not
a
about.
compliment. It's a
strong
compliment.
as-
He looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
badass in that movie. He looks like a
Yeah, yeah.
badass in that movie.
He, he, he
Is
plays he plays a pretty
not
scary character in that movie.
not not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
you know what I
wild.
was wearing? I went to a barbecue. It was Memorial Day weekend. Of course, you go on a barbecue to celebrate dead soldiers eating burnt meat. I went to a barbecue wearing like a floral shirt and shorts, and I people were like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah, I feel like I look like Vacation Kratos."
That's
like-
funny.
Like
That's
Kratos
very funny.
on his 2 weeks where he's not God killing. He's
Yeah.
like, "I'm just trying to relax, just chill."
It's so funny.
But-
Kratos goes Hawaiian.
Kratos
Don't-
goes Hawaiian is good, but this
don't-
is a good one. Not
Don't
a
burn
bad
the meat
look.
like my family was burned.
Yeah. Napalm destroyed my family, but these burgers are cooked just right.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
right.
man, I'm going to hell for that one. Let's say we get to Are we gonna do?
I was
movies
making
you're
a
afraid to
God
hate?
of War joke, by the way. The
Oh,
joke I made was a God of War joke. That just wanted to make sure, because you said Vacation Kratos, and you guys just and like that's I literally just made that connection. That when you
I
said
made a
your thing, I was
Memorial
like,
Day joke.
yeah, I was like, I don't think that's a name. I was like, I don't think napalm existed in the God of War thing. And I wait, what? No?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
Uh-oh.
there you go.
So movies do we each have one that we're afraid to, like, Neri, that you want to talk? Do you fear repercussion from people, or you like? Is it like
It's
what
not
we're
that I
talking
fear
about the release?
repercussion. I feel like people. Whenever I tell people I don't like this movie, or I feel like people look at me like, "Oh, you just didn't get it," and it's
Right.
because it's a highfalutin,
Yeah.
like pretentious
Or you're not
movie.
smart enough to
And
get
I'm not
it?
debating.
I hate that.
I'm not smart enough to get it right. I'm not smart enough to get it. And it's not that I don't appreciate what
The
this
artsy
means,
fartsy
like,
of it, yeah.
you know what I mean? Because the artsy fartsy of it, but I'm like, and it's 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But,
Oh, I
people
get
just-
that.
I get that entirely.
Bro. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
people just
90 I think
Jerk
that
this movie off, and I'm just
95%
like,
of the
okay, cool.
I think that 95% of the people that like that movie are pretending like they know what's going on. I really do. And this is coming from somebody who's seen
Yeah.
it and likes it. Like I genuinely it's good, but it's not like
So
I mean,
will
like I
say
get
this.
I understand what
Well, that's
he
how I
did.
feel about it. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
I like the social commentary about it because there's
Of
been many
course.
things said about it, and the breakdown of it, and the mankind, and the next evolution is going to be whatever. I get it. I understand it. I'm not like, what does that mean? Why did they have a baby at the end? I get it. I
Right.
just don't think it's the greatest
end,
thing. I'm
yeah.
like, okay, it's fine. It's just fine.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
also like Kubrick. Here's the thing about movies of auteur. There's a lot of them. Patton Oswalt has an amazing bit on it where he talks about how men are every movie you've loved in the last 40, 50 years
Yeah,
was
I love this bit.
directed by a man, but edited by a woman.
Yeah.
And whenever you get
Sure.
like the Kubrick kind of thing where he's like, I'm gonna shoot everything, and he talks about how he's like just jizzing film. I shot ropes and feet of film. That doesn't necessarily make something good. I will say this: 2001, it is a very visually stunning movie when it gets to the space stuff. There's a lot of it where it's like almost comedic in nature because I've seen the jokes that come from it. Like in History of the World Part 1 makes fun of the thing. Even Barbie made fun of it.
The age. Yeah.
So the joke, that part of it is whatever. The space stuff was pretty amazing when you think of the music and the tones and all this
Yeah,
set,
the
the
soundtrack is
vibe.
great.
The HAL AI, turning on its master or whatever. The idea that that commentary is good, and then the end
Yeah. And
originally
that'll never
was like
happen.
there's like an 8-hour cut of this movie where the guy that he's going through space, and it's basically just people who were on LSD and
Mhm.
giving them something to watch. Like that's literally it. So it's like, okay, I get why you would think it's pretentious, because even the guy making the movie was being pretentious about it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like it's one of those where I like aspects of it. Part of this I enjoy. But I'm not going to say here that I enjoy the whole movie.
Something I have always said, and Merc,
I'm not even saying the movie was bad. I'm just saying like it was fine. When people talk about it's in AFI's top 100 movies of all time. I'm like, okay, I guess
top 100 maybe, but just because of the visual aspect that it brought from the space thing.
because of the things that were done at the time that it was made. Sure, I get that, but yeah, I was something that, and you might relate to this, Merc. Something that I always like to talk about with my actor friends is just like, are there legendary directors that you would just choose to never work with? And Stanley Kubrick is my number one with a bullet.
Yes.
Like, I respect him. I respect him.
Is it because he's dead?
Well,
even in his prime,
because he was shot with a bullet. Yeah.
But the idea that he is okay. A rumor being what it is. Again, we all get these apocryphal stories about how he would do like 100 something takes. Yeah. If you need 100 takes of anything, I don't care how bad that actor is, you need to be better at coming up with a solution than just do it again. Like, you know what I mean? Like every boss that I've had that has been that way without like, hey, you did this wrong. Okay, so how do I do it right? Do it again. You'll figure it out. Hey, how about you go fuck yourself? You know what I mean? Like that aspect of it, whether he like abused Shelley Long and Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, and I think you'll agree with me, Mike. Like I think that directors are afraid to give actors a line reading because there are actors that find that offensive. I don't find that offensive. If
Fuck
I have
dude, you're a hired gun. All the actors I respect are totally cool with you telling them what to do.
Dude, like if you like at the end of the day, if I haven't figured it out in 3 takes, tell me how you want me to say it.
Hey,
because I want us to get out of here on time.
Exactly. I'm not here to waste anybody's time. Yeah. If you want me to say it as a question at the end and I'm not doing that, hey, say it as a question at the end.
Exactly.
Okay. Clearly, I'm not here to do take 28 without any guidance. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Also, like,
that's 100% it.
Yeah. No, I get it. And to be fair, Stanley Kubrick is like, I think, overrated. I don't think he's as great as everybody says he is or whatever. When you you talked about the AFI Top 100. The AFI is all movies. Mm-hmm. If you're taking into account all movies, you're no longer giving them context. Like Citizen Kane #1, okay, great. Gone with the Wind, I don't care about context.
Trash.
If you're comparing
trash,
all of the
Gone with the
movies,
Wind is trash.
That's one that I'm not afraid to admit that I think is I don't think it's so culturally relevant.
All 10. I said on all 10. Gone with the Wind is fucking trash. I would not watch that movie.
Yeah.
There's a high dollar amount for me to have to rewatch that movie. It's a high dollar amount.
Some fuck you money.
I'm not gonna say that there's no money. I'm just gonna say it's a high amount. It's a high amount.
It's just a giant bowl of who cares, man. Like I just think that movie is very like, all right, man, cool. Like, I mean, the coolest thing about that movie is that it's the first movie that ever had a swear word in it. Like that's the coolest thing about that movie. It's the frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck or whatever.
I don't give
damn. It's damn.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a.
No,
that's
I know. I'm making a joke.
Gone with the Wind. The whole
would have been better if it was fuck. I'll be honest.
Wouldn't it be great if the first curse word on cinema was something so crazy? Is like, frankly, you cunt. I don't care. Like, oh my god, sweet Jesus!
Whoa.
No. That's why I find it even funnier that it would be frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck, because it's like, why?
Yeah, it's so much more harsh. Valdez, what's your cut? What's the movie that you're afraid to admit you hate because you're afraid to hate on?
Dude, it's so funny because I had this conversation with Neri a while back, and we talked about it. He's like, Valdez, have you ever walked out of a movie? And I was like, I don't think so. Except if one was a movie famously was a movie called The Rum Diaries with Johnny Depp, which was the movie where he fell in love with Amber Heard, and that worked out. But but anyway, the movie that I remembered where I was like, oh, this movie, I hate this movie, and I don't know why everybody likes it. Like critics like it, people like it. I just don't get it, and that's the Avatar franchise. I just don't get it.
But do you feel like here's the thing. The topic of this is that you feel like there will be repercussions in some, like people will be like, what?
Sure.
And like they'll get mad at you for it. I don't know anybody going to bat for the Avatar movies. Man.
Dude, there's a lot of film people.
I like the Avatar movie, bro. I've only seen part one. I've only seen part one. I haven't seen the other two because I don't have 3 months to watch the other movies.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like Avatar. Avatar's fucking dope. Avatar's dope as shit, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think it's a rare thought.
Unobtainium is like the best writing in cinema, by the way. Unobtainium. It's a rare substance. Great. How rare? You can't obtain it. You cannot obtain it.
I don't think that there's a way to, but what I'm getting at is I don't think that you would get, I don't think there's any world where if you said, oh, I hate the Avatar series, and people wouldn't be like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Like there's, what I'm saying is like, if you told me, if like somebody was like, oh, Jurassic Park is overrated, I'd be like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah,
that is kind of like, is like, I'll say,
but even then, to go off of your Jurassic Park point, I think as a Jurassic Park fan, you would semi agree with them because you're like, I mean, if we're only talking about the first movie, 100% you're wrong. But if you're talking about the franchise, yeah, you're right. Like it is a little overrated, you know. Well,
we're talking about a movie, like a specific.
We're talking about the first movie. No, like if somebody says that, they're wrong. But
but that's the only movie that counts in the Jurassic Park franchise because everything else is about a cash. No, because it's a cat. Look, we can talk about my anti-capital. Let me get man. We'll talk about capitalism. Yeah. But the point of look, mine is The Godfather.
Oh right? Yeah, I agree with that.
The Godfather, I think, is overrated, but also, and that one. So there's a couple different ones. So hold on, I'm using The Godfather as an example. But there are people I don't like. I can't watch The Godfather. It drives me crazy, and I don't think it's because of the movie. I just think it's because of the time when it came out. The pacing was like it's hard for me to watch that movie now with my attention span now. Right.
I mean, ultimately, you can't watch a movie like Jaws now because if you watch a movie with a shark in it and the shark isn't in it in the first 3 minutes, what are you doing?
Like Surf Dracula. No. Yeah. But I'm talking about like so that's a little me. It's a little the movie. It's like the handshake between me and the movie doesn't work out. The one that I get a lot of crap for because and I don't think I've said this on the podcast. I've mentioned it just recently because as a complete movie, the whole picture, I think The Dark Knight is overrated as a whole movie. Not the Heath Ledger parts.
Oh yeah,
and not but the Dark Knight. People, I said, the Dark Knight's overrated. Some people were ready to like they were like, what? Heath Ledger's performance. I'm like, hey, yes, correct. But
it doesn't stick the landing. You're right. It doesn't stick the landing. You're right.
It's not a good movie. It is a brilliant performance in a movie that should have just been that. But they've had to add all this other shit and blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck about Harvey Dent? I don't care. Like, all of that to say, they threw a bunch of shit. I don't know what Chris Nolan's notes were, if he had to do something for but I don't see how that is the way that they wanted to do it. Right? Like I don't think that, and the whole movie kind of falls apart at the end.
With Harvey Dent, you mean?
That I cannot. So the movie I've never been the biggest fan of. I didn't hate it, but I never been the biggest fan of the movie because I always thought the movie was overrated and just in general overrated. I will never say a bad movie, but I think it's overrated. But I can no longer even take that movie any kind of serious because it's been pointed out by the internet of the way Harvey Dent didn't realize there was a Joker until the Joker took his mask, his little surgical mask off. And it's
yeah,
like, remember, like he was like, like it's like he has the face painting. He has the face paint, but he has a surgical mask on. And the moment he takes the surgical mask on, he's like, "Wait a minute, you're the Joker!" And it's like, "Wait, what the fuck? You couldn't tell it was the Joker because of the surgery." And that one little fucking reel or TikTok ruined their. I can never take it seriously anymore. I can't take it seriously. I can't even talk to you. You're not even a real movie to me anymore.
Like people have said, like someone said that Interstellar is overrated, and I'm like, okay, why? Like, because that one you'd have to explain yourself, right? Like, what don't? And because in that movie, it's like there's a lot of complicated time things that if it's like, hey man, like people who hate Tenet, I'm like, it's okay if you didn't get it. Like, you're not supposed to get it, and I'm not going to say it's great, but you can't hate something because you didn't bring enough knowledge to the table, right? Like like you don't expect people to be on board.
I disagree. I disagree with that. You are bringing what they're saying, and I'm not one of these people, but I understand the logic. Like I think Interstellar is overrated because you, as a filmmaker, brought a complicated topic. He had world-class physicists on set. So you chose to talk about a complicated topic. You didn't make it clear enough for your audience. And if you didn't make it clear enough for your audience, it's a good enough reason for me, the audience, to be like, I think I don't like it.
Are you making a generalization, or are you talking about a specific person?
Get a topic. I'm making about generalization about people because I like Interstellar. I like Interstellar. I don't love it.
I think it did a good job. I think Interstellar did a good job. I think Interstellar did a good job of explaining very complicated things, which Tenet did not. Right? Like I think Tenet did you watch Tenet, the time travel, like the whole time going backwards thing?
Yeah.
I think what Interstellar is so beloved is because it felt like more of a complete like picture. In the same way, like people who go back and if you watch Memento is hard to understand, but they give you a little primer at the beginning with this memory loss thing, and then eventually you're like, okay, I get it. But if you go back and watch the beginning of that movie, it is rough. Interstellar, I think, did a better job of telling a story with complex things in it because of how he presented it. And I think where Tenet failed is that it's super complex. And then they were like, "Oh, you get it," and people are like, "No, what's to get right now? What's happening?"
I think so. I think what you're describing is you personally, Mike, understood Interstellar and you didn't understand Tenet, because somebody who did understand Tenet could make that argument too, right?
Obviously,
it's a very complicated topic, and if somebody says I didn't get it, it's not really their fault that they didn't get it. The filmmaker didn't make it clear enough for them. Now the question is, did the filmmaker make it clear enough for a majority of people? Because you're not going to get everybody.
Yeah,
because there are stupid people on the spectrum.
But that's what I'm saying. Generally speaking, people love Interstellar, and people who are not necessarily science people, like people who are just like, the average Joe, I've seen a lot of love on the internet for Interstellar. Generally speaking, but you don't see that same amount of love for Tenet. I'm giving a possible example, because you don't see the same amount of love for Tenet.
You know how bad Tenet was? This is a true story. Christopher Nolan posted a screenshot of when he was on Peloton. He was in a Peloton class. The Peloton teacher talked shit about Tenet, not knowing that Christopher Nolan's in the class because it's a virtual class. And so Christopher Nolan posted a story where the instructor, the Peloton instructor, was like, "Yeah, come on, guys, just keep it going, blah, blah. We got to do better than blah." And he I don't know how it was, but I think it was that she said, not like that in that Tenet movie. The movie was trash. Has anybody seen that movie? I couldn't understand that. The movie's stupid. And Christopher Nolan's literally cycling, listening to somebody bash his work, which I fucking found hilarious.
He's like, I'm reading. He's like, "I was on my Peloton. I'm dying." And the instructor started talking about one of my films and said, "Did anybody see this? That's a couple of hours of my life I'll never get back again." Nolan said, "When the film critic Rex Reed takes a shit on your film because he doesn't ask," he says, when a film critic Rex Reed takes a shit on your film, he doesn't ask you to work out. In today's world where opinions are everywhere, there is a sort of idea that film criticism is being democratized, but I, for one, think the critical appreciation of films shouldn't be an instinct, but it should be a profession. So he's saying what we should be doing as professionals, but I think he's just upset that he was in the middle of a workout and he's like too winded to defend himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't want to catch a stray.
Can you
which is,
imagine?
you
Can
know.
you imagine being fucking winded? Can you imagine? Because it wouldn't be the same if he was in that same class and be like, "Oh, that movie was great." He'd be like, "Oh, that would like it'd make it feel better, right?" You're fucking
course.
working out. You're like, "Yeah, all right,
Yeah. And then also,
You know.
Tenet was trash, and he's like,
I think ultimately, and this is just my opinion and I'm going to say this as it's my opinion, but I think the difference between Interstellar and Tenet, and one of the reasons why Interstellar is arguably a bit more palatable, and you can decide as a person who likes which movie a little bit better for whatever reason. I think Interstellar just has better performances as like acting performances.
sure, yeah.
And Tenet
I've
is just
always said-
Tenet is just a very big story where the acting doesn't matter as much because you're just trying to wrap your head around what they're talking about. You know,
There's a movie called The Creator with that
Yeah.
guy.
I've seen
it.
it.
David
yeah.
Washington. Is his name David Washington?
Yeah, John David Washington.
John
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Washington. That guy we get it. He's Nepo royalty, right? Like he's gonna get opportunities because he's Denzel's kid, you know. He much like I don't think there's two people, especially in the MCU, like who the fuck plays Letitia Wright, who is Shuri, and who plays Falcon in the Winter Soldier?
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. They are great supporting characters, but I do not see them taking the lead. And I think John David Washington is in that category. Nothing against him. I just think that there's something in his performances that feel kind of like, what's that movie that he did? Black Klansman.
Just so that we don't get aggregated. Just so that we don't get aggregated. Is there a white actor that you feel that way about? Because you just mentioned 3 black actors, and I'm just trying to figure out, like is there?
Those
a
are the
white
most
actor that you
recent
go,
ones.
You're a supporting character.
No. Those are the. I don't think Nick Offerman is a lead character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nick Offerman.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't
fair
think
point.
I don't think he's amazing as Ron Swanson. He's amazing in The Last of Us. He's amazing in this Margot Has Money Problems. But if you in a lead, I don't think he has the variety of performance that that would make it interesting for a full sustainable 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Point. That's a fair point.
Right. So like
yeah.
That's how I feel about those like you put this guy, he's great. You put him in a lead. You know who else is like that? Emil Hirsch, the guy who was a Speed Racer. I thought that guy's an amazing actor. They put him in a million things. He's a co-lead in the Lords of Dogtown, that skateboarding movie.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. He's amazing when you see him in things. But you
Why can't I think of
him
what he look? Why can't I think of what he looks like? What does he look like? Emil Hirsch. Why am I drawing a blank?
He's a Speed Racer. I'm trying
he's essentially it's hard to describe. He does have Disney Channel face though.
Yes, he has. He's child actor guy. This guy.
Trying to think of what else. I wonder. That's an interesting point because you're not even saying, because a lot of people for a long time. I don't know who the hell that is. I have no idea who that is.
I do not know this. I apologize to him, but I do not know this man.
Yeah, I don't. It's interesting though because for a long time, you guys as actors know this. For a long time, the title of supporting actor or character actor were for people who were just not good looking, right? Yeah. They were just like, oh, he's a good character actor, and then for a long time that's what they were classified as. But there have been some people that have broken the mold of like, oh, you were, what's his name from Sideways, where you just go he was a character actor, but he's
Paul Giamatti.
What do you mean? He just won the Oscar. Paul Giamatti. So like Paul Giamatti was a character actor for a long time because he was a short, pudgy guy. And nobody saw him as a lead actor. And it's funny because that's not what you're saying. You're saying these are good-looking people. You're mentioning good-looking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just mentioning talent. You're just mentioning, I dig it. I dig this cop. I dig this. Yeah.
Like they just don't have the
Yeah, the opposite of The Rock.
Right.
He's the dude from Girl Next Door. This guy, and he was also in Into the Wild.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
I could Into the Wild. I was like, I don't care enough about this dude. There's just something about you have to be able to hold presence on screen, that sort of thing.
Sure.
I don't know how we got into it, but the idea of
now here's my question. Here's my question about the chick that plays Siri. Is that a political thing? Because you know how she feels that she's an anti-vaxxer and blah 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 blah. Did that play a role into it? And it's okay.
It's hard to separate the two.
I'm asking if there's a thing.
I'm being honest. It's hard to separate the two because at some point I was like, do I not like her because the anti-vax thing? As a medical professional in the middle of COVID, she comes out and she says some bullshit, or is it that she's like a bad? And I'm like, nah. And I remember watching Wakanda Forever, and I was like, oh my god, they could have literally picked anybody else in that movie, and I would have enjoyed it more. And it's hard. I can't 100% say either way, but I was just like, I thought of 9 other versions of who could have been Black Panther instead of her, and they were, in my mind, all of them made more sense. I don't get it. All of them. Could have been, make Angela Bassett the Black Panther killer at the end, and then now you have a whole bunch of children, little Black Panthers. Then they all take turns or whatever. Like, who cares? Make it M'Baku. Make it
little black kids.
All of this. Well, his son, the T'Challa's son with Lupita Nyong'o's character, I forget her name, Nakia. All of that stuff to say, there was just like I just kept thinking of like other alternatives in my head, and all of them were like. If Letitia Wright would have been good enough to captivate me on screen, I wouldn't have been doing that. Anthony Mackie, I'm like, man, you're great as the Falcon, but I think I would have liked to have seen Sebastian Stan made more sense to me with the way they set it up. Okay, and if Anthony Mackie would have been more, and also if Falcon and the Winter Soldier hadn't been like castrated by COVID because there was a whole like secret viral epidemic plot that they had to cut because it was during COVID. We'll never know. Like, again, we'll never know because of the context. All we're left with is the product, right? That's that Jackie Chan thing where he's like, do a million takes because the film lives forever. No, are you going to go to every audience member and tell them, hey, it was raining that day, so we had to take a quick take. That's why it's bad. No, you have to.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the whole bloody affair.
I'd be curious to see it. I really would, because I did, it felt weak. It felt like insubstantial. There was a whole like
rushed
big. Yeah, it felt. And
I'm ready for the Lilo and Stitch Twin Towers edition to come out. Where he crashes into the Twin Towers.
He does it
in the original. In the original, he
doesn't crash into the. It doesn't crash into the Twin Towers. The whole space battle is with a plane. So the fact that it's like an actual airliner flying through the city.
No, not only that, but it's flying through the city as opposed to flying through the mountains. In the movie that we saw, it's flying through the mountains, over the mountains. Yes. And in the movie that was originally made, it was a plane flying through city buildings, through a downtown area. And they're like, ooh, this is not gonna work out.
Like the original. We have to.
I want the Spider-Man where he puts the helicopter through the Twin Towers.
Let's watch it right now. I'm telling you. Let's see. I immediately thought of it, same as you.
Yeah, the Spider-Man thing. Yeah.
Clint, shut her down.
Hell yeah. Which I believe, what if like Chris Nolan's hey, what if he was the director of this teaser and he's like, I'll show them. And then the whole beginning of Dark Knight is a stylized bank robbery.
I mean, to be fair, he did that.
He did. Look, all of this is.
Yeah.
Look how much effort was put into this teaser.
Yeah, they didn't know.
And then he's flying, and look at him through the city. Oh no, an improperly secured bag of money. which I thoroughly enjoy that visual.
Yeah.
This is the first time I never even heard of this.
Really?
Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
I thought about this.
I had never even heard of it. I was watching with complete intent, and I was like, "What the fuck are they?" I didn't even know what movie they were referencing. What movie you guys were referencing? I was like, "Wait, what? What is
this
happening?"
was this was the original first teaser trailer for Spider-Man, and like they had to cut that entire part of the movie from it. And there's a lot of movies where they had to do that because of well.
Wait, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to believe this, but America did a really crazy inside job.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. But the idea, so the whole end of that movie was supposed to take place as a fight with the Green Goblin on the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And that was
there's also a cut of Collateral Damage that has something to do with the Twin Towers as well.
Yeah, the
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that he can't pronounce.
Collateral.
Are
we gonna do trailer reactions? Now that we're here in the YouTube world, we can do, what is this?
Yeah.
We have Lanterns, official trailer number 2. Is that what we're doing? That's the one? Let's see. No, this one.
This ring, it's the greatest weapon in the universe. When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
Is he Hal Jordan?
I hope
yes.
So.
Ring to counterfeit money?
No, he is.
He's like burnt out Hal Jordan.
The ring.
You know how I got it. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have. Power like that, shouldn't you have to work for it?
I've been doing this since you were a baby. And the only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
Language.
He likes me. Everybody is lying to us.
I'm not leaving here till we find out what they're hiding. Danger's part of the job. You need to be fearless.
How are you chosen for this?
It's only one question. Are you afraid?
You afraid?
Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
Oh, I like that. Are you afraid? I'm getting tingles.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
I was raised fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, John Stewart.
All right. So I like, this is the danger in the last few years of a good trailer, because they've gotten good at making trailers, but they don't always pay off the way they're supposed to. Do we think this is the case? Or
I like this trailer because it doesn't. I like this trailer because it doesn't give away anything. It just shows you, you're talking about lanterns. You're talking about, it doesn't give away anything. That's what I like about it. I know a lot of people on the internet, a lot of nerds got really offended at the fact that there's no suit.
Black?
We don't see a suit yet. We don't blah blah blah. There's
no,
that's Jon Stewart. No. Comic book people love Jon Stewart, but what they don't like is the way the powers were done in the Superman movie. So I don't know. Well,
it's Guy Gardner in the Superman movies. I do love that. Are you afraid?
Yeah.
Because I think that's the part. I don't know if you saw the thing that I sent. I think I sent it to you on Instagram or something, of like the glowing rings that they sell they use. Because green is will, blue, yellow is fear, and blue is hope, I think, or blue is hope. And so all these rings have their
red is anger.
Red is anger. There's I don't remember. There's more. I don't know all of them. But
Wind, water, and heart.
There's white. There's white.
Yeah. The idea,
We love white power. Yeah.
The white power Ranger also
Yeah.
had difficulty announcing. He said, Red Ranger, the
Yeah.
Red Power Ranger, Yellow Power Ranger, White never
Dragon.
Yeah.
White dragon.
White Ranger. The idea that the lines where they were like, "Are you afraid?" I was like, "Yeah, oh hey, hell yeah!" Because this is like a character trailer. It's not a story trailer,
Sure.
and I think that's good. I also respect that they showed Guy Gardner for a second. I do love that it's all kind of connected. It does feel like a very what's the opposite of a buddy cop where they hate each other? Because there is an investigation, right? That's what I read.
It's still
I don't
buddy cop.
It's still buddy cop. They're friends, but they
Yeah,
hate
it's
each
still
other.
buddy cop. Yeah. Well, it's like
Trying to take
love
his
hate.
job.
It's like love hate buddy cop. Yeah. Trying to take my job. Yeah. It's like Red Heat, but with powers.
Nice.
Red Heat, what a pull. The overrated that I'd get hate. I'm afraid to hate that movie. The accent isn't believable as Russian. When does it come out? I didn't see when it came out. Lanterns show. Doesn't say when it's coming out. Where's it coming out? August. It says August 16th, which is that's far from now. That's interesting. We're all going to watch it, obviously. Would you like to bet me money that it comes out weekly or binge?
Oh, it's HBO Max. I think it's going to come out weekly.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, thank God.
It's going to be on HBO Max. I think it's going to come out. Yeah.
I do feel like that influences my opinion of the show.
I for one do want. If it does come out weekly, I for one do not want to talk about it at all until it ends, and maybe I'll watch it all. So.
Yeah, I get it.
Respect my decision, Mike.
Respect your body, your choice. You know. So my
eyeballs, my choice.
I have a couple other. Do you want to do? Well, we'll do this one and see how we do.
Hey, come look at this. What is? It's the most dangerous animal responsible for over 500 human deaths a year.
It's so cute.
The only cute hippo is a dead hippo.
Yes.
Man-eaters.
Welcome to New Orleans.
We're not
New
here
Orleans.
for a long time. We're here for a good time. He has given us a discount to go see alligators in the bayou.
Please, arms and legs inside the vehicle.
It feels inherently silly, but I love when they do something silly and make it like take it super serious.
Are we even supposed to be here right now?
We're off course.
You're safe as long as you stay out of the water.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Hey, we're over here! Get us out of here!
Anyone sees anything, point in the direction. Where?
Raw.
You know how it got here?
Holy shit. Easy, girl.
Run!
Hippos are vegetarian. They ain't killing you to eat you. He's killing you for fun.
Oh, you are literally the worst tour operator.
I get it. You got to throw a funny line here at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Hungry Hippos.
Yeah. The sting at the end is just another hippo, but it's blue. Like,
there's
oh no, they're making another one. Then the next one's yellow. Like, oh shit, they're getting all 4 of them together.
Then there's an Avengers level threat where they have to all 4 of them come together. I love how I would love to. First of all, it's pretty tropey, right? It's Anaconda. Mike, you said earlier that you couldn't make Jaws in nowadays without showing the shark for the first half of the movie.
Yeah, well, the first 3
you're gonna see this is just Jaws. It's just hippo Jaws.
It's not even Jaws though, because you don't see the shark in Jaws until the first hour and a half. But
what I'm getting at is the monster and the thing, and
you saw the hippo in the first 3 seconds of the trailer. Like, so I knew. By the way, I knew it was Hungry Hippos the second I saw the hippopotamus.
You saw the hippo skeleton, yeah.
The second I saw the hippopotamus, I was like, "Oh, it's Hungry Hippos."
The irony of it is, they did this with Battleship. They did this with their, He-Man is coming out. All these, but the board games,
Operation. The Pit is just Operation. When you
the
think
Pit is just Operation. When he did something wrong.
Hilarious.
There's gonna be a sex comedy called "Don't Wake Daddy." Like, just like
it's a teen romp,
fucking
like
good.
Porky's, but it's "Don't Wake Daddy." Why? These are all. I guarantee you, if we were in a situation in the 90s and we had there would be or in the early 2000s, because they were cranking movies, they were giving out mid-level whatevers to millions of people. Like everything got a movie, everything got greenlit because everyone was trying to make as much as they could. Now it's different. Now it's like we would have to turn all of these ideas into a limited series. Like when "Don't Wake Daddy" would be like Euphoria Light.
Dude, I just came up with the best idea for a movie. So the whole thing is it's a gritty horror movie where the whole thing is about people that have to solve a puzzle, and they have to do it in a certain amount of time or else they die. And then it's called Pop Goes Perfection.
Click, click, click. It's one of those. The gimmick is the movie takes place in real time.
Yeah,
the movie. It's one of those. Have you ever seen Nick of Time?
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
And it all takes place if you start the clock, it's all timed out perfectly. It should be like that. But honestly, that's the thing, man. If you can come up with a way to make it relatable, that it doesn't have to reference it directly, at some point.
I'm down to watch Hungry Hippo, man.
I'm down to watch it too. I'm probably gonna watch it.
Could you imagine? It's like a guy that gets 4 people, and they're like, the only way they can get out is if they answer his questions. Trivial Pursuit. Like, it's just like, dude, I could do this forever. Like,
so funny.
It's like you're trapped in a bubble, like a dome, and you see a bunch of other people, and then the trailer cuts to the end. It's like, oh, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I can do this forever. I freaking love it.
There's a million of them. There's that's basically what Squid Game was.
He kills in pairs. They call him Parcheesi. Like, just
oh my god. You get sent back to the beginning. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. We're giving away all of these amazing ideas. Hollywood,
these are
hire us.
multi-millions of dollar ideas that we could easily be giving.
The Parker Brothers Cinematic Universe.
At least to Tubi.
Good Lord. Oh, man. Anyway, this has been good.
I will not be sponsored. Tubi hire me. I want to be sponsored. So
we're not saying it in a negative.
No, Tubi's fantastic. Are you
kidding? I'm totally joking because I just want to work. So
I want my Tubi.
But yeah, man, let's get
out of here.
I gotta get going. So let's get this going.
Thank you everybody for watching. You can follow us at all our social media profiles, which are under our names: at Mike Mercadal, at Neri Science, at Mike Valdez, at WuBro Pod. If you have stuff you want to talk about on the podcast, send it to WuBroPod@gmail.com, and we will talk about it on the air. Give us your movies that you're afraid to hate. Throw it in the comments. Give us your reactions to Lanterns and Hungry Hippos. And I think that's it.
That's how winning is done.